Right, so this is HTML, and HTML is all about a story. It's got a start, a middle, and an end. So this is what we're going to be looking at in the presentation. We're going to have a look at what HTML means, and right click and where we can find it, some tags, tags we use a lot, and then also with some of the tags you add information and you use that with attributes. And then we're going to have a look at tips for clean, readable code, because if you do a big website, it's important to be able to read it. And then lastly, no spaces or smiley faces, and that's how to save your files. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's not a programming language, it's a way of describing something. So for example, this is a mouse, or this is a Carl, you know, it's a way of describing it, and that means it's not complicated. It's very easy to write, very easy to understand, and it's the browser that interprets it to make it into a website. So if we do right click on your browser, you can view source. We're going to do that now. So if I go, say, to here, right click, view page source, this is where the HTML is, and you can do that on anything, any website here, even HostGator. Right click, view page source, and there's HostGator's HTML. So you can sort of look at something and go, how did they do that? You know, so that you can find out how things are done. Alright, so back to here. You can copy, but you have to copy three things. You have to copy the HTML, the CSS, and all the images. So you can copy it, but it's not easy. There's much more to a website than just the HTML. Like I said, there's the CSS, there's the images, there's the JavaScript and everything. And right-clicking and viewing the source is actually really good for seeing how well a website has been written, and perfect for finding problems. So HTML is made up of tags. Tags are things like this. So there's a start, a middle, and then there's an end. And that's what everything in the middle there is described by these things here. So if this said P and it would end P here, it means everything in the middle is a paragraph. Alright. Now you've got start, middle, and end. You've also got block. Now these block tags sort of terminate themselves, and these ones here are like images. So here, P, this is some text, end P. So P, we always do this in web courses, and then a slash, and then a P. The block ones are like this. That's an image, that means a new line, and this one is a horizontal rule. Yeah. So the next one then is tags. Now tags are very much named to what they are. Image, image, P, paragraph. And you've also got some popular ones here, and these ones you see in probably every website. You know, you've always got HTML, head, and again there's start HTML, end HTML. Everything in the middle, HTML. You've got title, and that's what you see at the top of your browser. Yeah, this bit here. So if I go to say GoDaddy, this bit here, GoDaddy shopping cart, if I page source, I'm going to see a title. Here it is. There's a title here, GoDaddy shopping cart. Yeah. Or even here, the title is Web Courses Bangkok, view source, title, Web Courses Bangkok. Alright. So other ones we have is H1, heading 1, heading 2, paragraph. No. Do you know what A is for?
No.
No. It means link. It's an old way of doing it, anchor link. And so A, and then you have to give it some extra stuff, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, a nested tag means a tag inside a tag. Example, P, P. Start. Okay, here is the start. Middle, end. But inside we have another one, strong, start, middle, end. So this tag here is nested inside this one. It's inside. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Cool. So
Body.
alright, so here's some tags that we use a lot. Alright, so body is everything that you see on the page. So if I go back to our design here, everything here, all this stuff here, right, is described in the body, which is here. All this stuff, all there, towards the end, okay, and the body's down here. Okay, the body there, so all this stuff here is what you see. The head, you don't see. Okay? Alright, so let's go back to my presentation. So the head contains information about the page, and that's things like the link to the CSS, when it was made, keywords, description, but you don't see it, you can't click it. The next one we have is P, and P means paragraph, that's just for normal text. We've got A for anchor links, and those are the, we call them hyperlinks, yeah?
Hyperlinks.
H1 to H2 and H6. Now, there's only one heading 1. Yeah, so if you're doing a website about IT products, heading 1.
Yeah.
And then heading 2 might be computers, maintenance, networking. Alright. Images.
Yeah.
That easy. Now, UL and OL are lists. And OL is not ordered, it's just a bullet point. Okay? And OL are numbered. Right? They're a number way of doing it. And then LI is each one. So I'll show you an example. Back to here. So we have a list. These are a list of items here. Or maybe if I go to the About page, that'd be a good one. So here's a list here, and here's a list here. This is OL. Sorry, forgive me, UL. UL for unordered. And this is ordered list. So I'm going to look at the page source, and I'll look for qualifications. So here we go. Qualifications. UL, LI, start, middle, end. Start, middle,
End.
and end. Yeah? And even the UL, start, middle, end. Okay? That's how it works. And again here, this is OL. So if I look at experience here, OL, LI, same as here, LI, LI. Okay, if I do this, and I can see unordered, ordered. That okay? So each one of these is a list item, and this is an unordered list and an ordered list.
Okay.
Cool. Brilliant. So, and then also we've got tables. You can do tables and things, and we're going to be looking at this later. Div, which means like a dividing up your page, and the way we think about that is this part here is a head. What do you think this part here is called?
Body.
Yeah,
No.
body could be. But what about this bit here?
This is heading 2.
This is heading 2, but this bit here, the green part. What part of the page is this?
Not.
Navigation? Can you see this is navigation?
Okay, navigation.
If I look at the source, ID, nav, div, ID, nav.
Okay.
Yeah? Div, ID, header.
Okay.
Div, ID, content. And finally, footer. So it allows me to split things up on the page. Header, nav, content, footer. Alright? And then lastly, strong, and you have these things like that, strong and EM. Strong means bold, and EM means italic. Okay? That means emphasis. Right, some of the tags that we use need more information. Alright? And an attribute adds information to a tag. Some tags need attributes to work. So for example, image on its own doesn't work. You need things like where the image is, what it's called, what the height is, what the width is. Alright? And here's what an attribute looks like. Attribute equals value. Example, width equals 200 pixel. Do you know what a pixel is?
Pixel, yes.
Yeah. So here we've got an example. Image, tag, and then you've got the source equals picture, alt equals sunset. What do you think alt means?
Alt means I'm not sure.
It's like alternate text. It's what this picture is, because we don't know, and Google doesn't know what this is. We have to describe it.
Oh.
Yeah? And that's important for blind people as well. Another one is link. Now a link here doesn't work on its own. You need three other things. You need the tag, you need where the link goes when you click it, and you need what to click. So click to read more, and you can see start, middle, end. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Good. Right. Last one now, nearly near the end now. It's important to always do clean, readable code. The reason is because we want to be able to quickly edit your website. You don't want to have to spend hours and hours. Where is it? Where is it? So, right tag, right place is the first one. H1, then a subtitle H2, then P. All right. So don't try and use heading 1 just to make something look big. That's not important. HTML has got nothing to do with how it looks. It's about what it is. This is a heading. This is an image. If the heading's blue, doesn't matter. That's CSS. That's later. So start your tag and end your tag, then add details. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm always making mistakes. So what I do is I start, I end, and then I can safely put in my title. Because if you forget this here, it will break everything. So normally what I do is I do H1, end it, and then I put the middle in. And then we use tabs. So UL, and I can see that this is the start and this is the end. It's very easy to see. And then I tab over here, and I can see the code a lot better. Right, lastly, no spaces or smiley faces. And this is important when you're saving for the web, because internet is very, very fussy. So index.html, not home.html. This is the very first file you make. The first page is always index.html. Then here, about me with a hyphen, okay, like this, not a space. No spaces or smiley faces. Next one, breaking news, okay, like this, not with an exclamation mark, because it won't work. When you upload it, it won't work. And lastly, this is important, never use capitals. Alright? When you're saving files, never use capital letters like this. Okay? Because sometimes different computers can get confused, and actually contact with a capital and contact with a little one is actually two different files. So you can get very easily confused. So I hope you enjoyed that, and it gives you a basic idea of HTML.